You're not helping very much. That's why we lost a subscriber today.
You haven't explained to me what we're doing yet.
I'm doing an intro.
Okay.
You ready? Here we go. In this video, I'm just going to start putting some cabinet doors and drawers back on. But be sure to stick around because at the end, our special guest will actually present some numbers to you in regards to what we spent on the, I guess I would call it an upgrade, an update on the kitchen. So stick around for that and enjoy the parts in between now and when we come back. Seems odd to be drawing on your new cabinets.
Yeah, don't draw hard.
I didn't draw hard.
I see it from here. I'm not sure I would choose these hinges now, but since I chose them ages ago,
Yeah.
and since they fit exactly the holes in the cabinets.
All right.
See how they fit exactly the holes in the cabinets? You're supposed to be impressed.
Oh, that's amazing. Good job. Is this thing rolling?
I don't know.
It is
You
rolling.
were in charge.
Okay, so 1.5 inches up from the bottom, but that's the front side, so this is the back. So that's, you see your corner, your 1/2 inch mark right there?
Is that where you want me to put
Well, that's it, and then we'll see where
these hinges end up?
these hinges end up. So you get that side, I'll get this side.
Gently,
Yeah.
right there, okay. Here, I'll...
I got this.
Oh no, I'd much rather you do
I got
level.
this. Check the level.
Okay. Okay, stop. Oh man, I just go with that. I don't think you can get any better than that.
Does it open?
It does.
Hey, look, and it misses the little thing.
It does.
What does that look like from back here?
Oh, I don't know. Let's go see.
Hey, that looks pretty good.
It's gorgeous. You did beautiful work.
Not shabby, not too shabby. All right, this is Shelly's favorite part. Shelly loves these things.
Well, they do a good job.
Can you get it?
Oh, it's old. It's been on there a long time. Okay, you ready? Very exciting. Wow.
What is this door? 50 7/16. Sure hope this measures right.
This was the first one you did that you had to
I
redo.
screwed it up. 49 7/16. That's encouraging.
Come up, please. Up. Okay, right there. Thank you. Alright, now I'll do this one. Okay, I'm going to pull the top over slightly.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay, that's going to stay there. Alright, and then the bottom needs to do what? Yeah, can you kick the bottom towards the beloved a little, towards the front of the house? Just a little. That is pretty. That's a huge door.
That is a big one.
Can I stick the stickies? You know, I do love this part, but I'm doing it immediately so that our paint doesn't stick.
What's your favorite part?
It is my favorite part. It's usually my favorite part because it's like the last thing you do, and then it's finished.
It's a good thing I didn't slam it out.
Yeah, you're...
This flat part of the hinge anyway to hit at 2 1/4. Just got little pencil marks. Shelly's favorite part. there you have it. I don't know, several weeks worth of work in a few minutes. Overall, I would say the kitchen looks better. I don't know. You let us know in the comments if you think it's better or worse. As I think I've said, or maybe I haven't. I know I've said this maybe off camera, but green is not the color I would choose. I definitely would not choose this color, but it's what works with our granite, so that's what we went with, because we were not replacing the granite. It was far too expensive. But I thought what I would do is I would just go over. I basically just went out, Googled cabinet doors, and I took the top 3. I put in all of my numbers, dimensions, just for the doors only, not the drawer faces, because some folks actually don't do MDF drawer faces, so I didn't use that. I'm not going to name the websites. Just you can figure that out. I'm not here to slam their prices. I'm just here to give you a cost comparison of what if I would have chose one of these companies to make these door faces, what it would have cost me. Drawer faces. I can never get that right.
Door faces.
Door. Anyway, work. It's the Swedish chef. Maybe he'll cook in our kitchen. Maybe he'll make us dinner tonight.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be nice. So the first company that I did, the estimate came out to $1,616.03. A couple of things to note. They only used hardwood for their rails and stiles, and it was an MDF insert. Also, there was a $75 shipping fee for the large pantry door. And they couldn't make a door smaller than 7.5 inches, and we have a couple of doors that are 7 inches wide. So I just went with their 7.5 inch, and that's the dollar figure that they came out with. Then there was another one that I just input the dimensions in just to see what they would charge me. Something also to note, they were complete MDF, so rail stiles and center was MDF. But their minimum width was only 8 inches. But their quote was, or my shopping cart, I should say, came out to $3,535.46. And then I did another estimate or shopping cart online, and that came out to $2,479.05. Average those 3 together, and the average cost to do just the doors, not the drawer faces, $2,543.51. Well, having said that, I checked with my accountant here and asked her, how much did we spend on the doors, drawer faces? Keep in mind, those numbers that I gave you, I still would have had to have painted those. And they didn't come with any hinge boring. They didn't come with any hardware. So we had the hardware, so that was good. We just used the old hardware that we updated when we first moved in, or somewhere thereabouts. So we didn't have to buy that. What did we spend?
Total. Or apples to apples, what we would have spent for just the doors.
Oh, you broke it down for just the door? How do you know what we spent for?
And the drawer faces. But like the painting, we would have had to do anyways. Because really, what cost us the most was the painting.
What did we spend all together, and then we can break it down into subcategories.
All together we spent $1,389.40.
Ooh. $1,389
and 40 cents.
So what does that average out to? What's our average saving? If I take that average number, which was $2,543.51, and subtract what?
$1,389.40. But that's not accurate.
Ugh. Quit.
Well, this is why. We still would have had to paint those when they got here.
Yeah, sure.
And we only spent $400.17 for the lumber to make the doors.
Yeah.
So honestly, you should take your average and subtract $400.17. That's how much we saved.
Okay, so $2,543.51 minus
$400.17.
So that means we saved just on the this is just the doors though.
True. We got the doors and the door faces for this.
Right. So that's a savings of $2,143.34.
Right.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
I understand, Shelley, you broke those down into subcategories and you have a bunch of them. What are your categories?
I have miscellaneous supplies, which include tape, rollers, paintbrushes, stuff like that. I've got paint. Paint's its own category. And hardware, because we spent a lot on hardware. You always do, even though we reused the hinges and the pulls from the old kitchen.
So we actually bought more hardware? Because I said earlier that we didn't spend money on hardware.
We bought rollout shelves for the pantry.
That type of
That's hardware. We had to buy more screws, special screws for the width of the drawers so that the pulls would...
But we weren't talking about more pulls or more hinges.
No, I was talking about what it cost us in things like tape and plastic, because that was ridiculous how many times we had to go back for tape and plastic. So
tape and plastic, which were things that we used to prep the areas for paint. What did we spend on that?
$102.64.
You know what's sad about that? All of that just literally got thrown up, crumpled up and thrown out into the trash.
We could have lit it on fire faster. It was a lot more work.
That's really depressing. Keep going.
Rollers, those red feather rollers that we used. I did the pantry by hand with the red feather roller. And then the oil base on the inside of the cabinets that we touched up were all those. And then we used a couple of them to touch up what you had sprayed if we had a glob or if we had a run.
Yeah.
We actually spent $72 on red feather rollers.
Do you think the red feather rollers are worth $72? Again.
Is any roller worth $72?
Okay, fine. But, you know, people tout these red feather rollers versus just your regular old...
They were okay. Like, they don't solve everything. I still had little bits of red feathers that would come off and get in the paint that I'd have to pick out, and then you got to go over it again. And,
so I guess the moral of the story is, what's the least amount of money we can throw into the garbage can when we're done, right?
Well, with the paintbrushes, some empty paint cans and strainers that we needed to be able to prep the paint, sandpaper. We spent $96 on sandpaper.
That is probably the biggest ripoff ever. Sandpaper.
Yeah. So all total with sandpaper and tack cloth and red feather rollers and blue tape, that whole category came to $439. And that doesn't include the paint. Like the paint was another $149. And then the hardware was also more than the lumber. That was $449.53.
Did that include the drawers for the pantry?
It did, and those were expensive.
Those were expensive.
Those were $363 with tax. So, but it makes the pantry really nice.
So our total cost again for the update or upgrade was $1,389.40.
Right.
Which I think when you look at what the cabinet doors looked like before, I think the Lord was right. Does it really matter if I think that the Lord was right? Doing the whole argument, he was right. He was correct.
He's always correct.
He's always correct. He's always right.
But it does look really nice.
And he was very gracious. Just make them. So for $1,300, we have an updated kitchen that will certainly sell better than those old double arch doors that we had on here.
If you have a kitchen that's not your favorite and it's outdated and you just need something new, but you can't figure out what to do. I think one of the reasons why we procrastinated so long in replacing the cabinet doors and drawer fronts is because we actually considered building a whole different kitchen in a different part of the house. And we thought about that to the point that we didn't actually move forward on making this kitchen nice. And so if you have a chance to take something you don't like and make it nice, just do it. It's a great adventure. It was a lot of fun, and it looks really nice. I think your work is terrific.
Well, thank you. Just use less blue tape.
There's no way to use less blue tape.
You're right. Anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching.